It was a chilly evening when I moved into my new apartment. The building was old with creaky floors and flickering lights, but it had a charm that drew me in. The first few nights were uneventful, just me getting used to the quirks of an aging building. But everything changed on the fourth night. I was lying in bed around midnight when I felt it, a chill that crept up my spine. My bedroom window faced a narrow, shadowy alley. I glanced over and froze. Someone, or something, was standing in the alley, staring directly up at my window. Its face was a dark blur, almost blending into the night, but I could see the faint outline of a person. My heart raced as I moved closer to the window, but the figure suddenly vanished, swallowed by the darkness. Shaken, I convinced myself it was just a trick of the light. But the next night, I felt that same icy dread. This time, I left the lights off and peeked through the blinds. The figure was back, closer than before, standing in the same spot with its head tilted slightly, as if it were watching me. I couldn't make out any features, just a dark, shadowy outline. My instinct screamed at me to run, but I was frozen in place, staring at the figure. And then it moved, a slow, deliberate step toward my building. I shut the blinds and backed away, my hands trembling. I barely slept that night. Every creak, every gust of wind set my nerves on edge. By morning, I convinced myself I was imagining things, but I couldn't shake the feeling of being watched, even in daylight. The following night, I decided to keep the blinds shut and avoid looking out the window entirely. Around midnight, I heard tapping, faint, rhythmic, like fingers drumming on glass. My stomach dropped as I realized the sound was coming from the window. Slowly, I turned my head, and through a small gap in the blinds, I saw it. A hand, pale and bony, pressed against the glass from outside. The fingers slowly curled and uncurled, beckoning. I bolted out of bed, grabbed my phone, and ran into the hallway. My heart pounded in my chest as I dialed a friend to come over. When they arrived, we searched the alley together, but it was empty. No footprints in the dirt, no signs of anyone being there. I moved out the next day, unwilling to spend another night in that cursed apartment. But even now, miles away, I still feel watched. I'll catch glimpses of a shadowy figure in reflective surfaces, or feel a cold presence just behind me. Whatever it was, I fear it didn't stay in that alley. It's still with me, lurking in the shadows, waiting for the right moment to show itself again.